What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and play Stardew Valley. Ollie just got punished and he's being melodramatic. He's rolling on the floor right now, making grunting noises and staring at the sky. Woe is him that he should have this house to live inside of for free. We're known a super cucumber. Huh. The big trick is that it's just the inner tubing off like a fleshlight, and she just sells it to us for like $2,000. Like, no. This is the rare insides of a sea cucumber. That's the rare insides of a sea cucumber. Had my snacky. You might remember him in the previous episode. I mentioned that I was a little bit hungry, feeling a little bit lightheaded right now. Well, took care of that. Had a French roll, buttered it up a little bit. It was pretty sweet. It was literally sweet, actually, because it was a sweet French roll. Didn't have any sourdough, and honestly, I like sourdough cooked. Sourdough has to be cooked. I can't eat sourdough raw. It's got to have like a little bit of a crust to it, like a little bit of a crisp, you know what I mean? Make it taste good. I wonder if we got time right now to run down to the bottom of the dungeon, maybe. I need to stop going through town. I got to use the other passage. I'd be making much better time were I to do that. My inventory's full, though. Damnable situations that I find myself in. And me lacking a butler. I also said I was going to cook all this stuff right here, so maybe I should do that. It's time to cook, Jesse. Jesse. Cook, Jesse. Jesse, cook. Jesse, GUS, Jesse. That was a brief reliving. Saul. Like, it's mostly just him saying names. It's Bryan Cranston saying people's names in a threatening voice. And then when he runs out of names to say, he's like, say my name. And that's pretty much a summary of Breaking Bad right there. By Splattercat. Performed and also annotated by Splattercat. I hope you enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Oh, man, there's not that much in here. I was hoping there'd be more. And now normally this is where I would make like a real big fish reference, but nah, not today. I do like SKA. I was part of that generation. SKA was pretty awesome. I wish it would come back. We haven't had 5th Wave yet. 5th Wave hasn't happened. They keep saying it's gonna, but since the 90s there's been like no SKA. I can only think of like a couple bands that are still up and running, and they're all 4th Wave, so they're all from like that last generation who's still up just like touring and whatnot. Like, yeah, you've got, like, D and the Kids Table or whatever. You've got Streetlight Manifesto now that Catch-22 is no longer operational. And that's about it. You got Real Big Fish, and you got, like, the classics, you know, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones and all that kind of stuff. But I had thought that 5th Wave was going to come out of Oakland for a little while, because there was a couple bands out of there. There was the KGB, and there was a couple other bands that weren't quite ska, but they were really, really ska-influenced. And I thought 5th Wave was going to be kind of like a popish, almost like pop music with horns, because that was what Oakland was doing probably, it's 2016, probably about 10 years ago in 05 or so. I thought that was going to be 5th Wave, and then the KGB broke up, and they were kind of like the beachhead of the movement, and so after they broke up, it was just kind of like everything fell apart and just didn't happen. Not a lot of ska out there anymore, not a lot of ska. It's a little bit dry if you're a ska fan, if you're into that sort of thing. It may be tough to find it. We've got you coming in this way. I usually don't only go outside after dark. Does that sound weird to you? No, I love nighttime. Nighttime's my favorite. I used to sleep all day and stay up all night. I mean, now I sleep till like mid-morning and then I stay up all night. And I just deal with that fact by being tired all the time. Works out pretty well, actually. Works out pretty well. I'm sure it'll have long-term ramifications, but we worry about those later. We don't worry about those right now. That doesn't matter. What was this right here? The monster's known as slimes. Okay, so he needs me to kill 8 slimes for $300. Sounds alright to me. Rasmodius doesn't give me any reputation, though, I don't think. Oh, no, the wizard does. Okay. I had no idea the wizard gave us reputation. The problem with eating French rolls, while we're on the subject, while we already talked about that earlier, they go stale really quickly, though. It's like hard to keep bread fresh, unless it's like potato bread. Or unless it's some kind of like, I don't know, buttermilk bread. That stays moist and fresh a lot of the time. But, I don't know, I have trouble. Can I cook this right here? Is that possible? Requires 5 ores. What kind of ores? Like copper? Huh. I have 46 right there. Do I need 5 amethysts to refine it? I wonder. We got a thunder egg. According to legend, these angry thunder spirits would throw these stones at each other. That's a rough game to play right there, because eventually you're going to get winged with one of those thunder eggs, and it's going to hurt like a bitch. You ever been hit with a rock before? I got hit with a snowball with a rock in it one time, and I was like, you son of a bitch. Oh, it hurt so much, it split my eye open. It was bad. All over the place. Somebody was being a dick. I was only like 7 at the time. And it was some other guy. I don't know. My dad took care of it. I don't have no idea. All my dad said is that he took care of it. So, he could have kicked his ass. He could have done whatever. Somebody threw a snowball with a rock in it at my kid. I'd probably kick their ass, though, too. I'm not like a naturally violent person, but there are certain things that you'd be like, well, somebody's getting their ass kicked. I don't care how much you apologize. We're going in. I don't care how much you backpedal or how much you try to escape. This is happening. It's time to get on board. Woo, woo. Sure, I'll put that right there. And that would seem like one of those things. I'll probably put this back. Did I put the... There we go. We'll put that... I thought that was a wall. It probably... Yeah, the chest animation fills it in, so we can't do it right there. We just can't do it right. We can move the window. That's convenient, but odd. It's a modular window. What is our house made of Legos? That's pretty sweet, actually. I would live in a house made of Legos. I know one exists, but it looked really uncomfortable. Like, my house would have Legos forming, like, the underpinning, and then I would just glue carpet to the rest of it and stuff like that. And then, if you wanted... Or maybe the carpet would be on Velcro or something. Yeah. See, now we're cooking with fire. Now things are happening. Let's just go to bed. Today sucks. Today nothing has happened. I'm going to sleep in my hat because that's just the kind of person that I am. Off we fly to the realm of dreams to make $2,600 and buy some heme. Perfect. I think we were a little bit low on cash, but this time we have the moolah. It might be time for us to go through. We got to kill some slimes today, but I think I would also like to procure maybe like a chicken coop or something. Oh, we got peppers. Okay. I'll take these. Yeah, sounds good to me. A little bit of extra space right there. I think anything that I plant today for blueberries will still get harvested. So let's take that. I sounded kind of mystified by the planting of the blueberry, didn't I? The planting of the blueberry. Wham whap. Wham whap whap whap. I've got Gunter's cog over there. We might make a swing out through another location too. How much wood do I have at the moment? Where's my wood at? I got 250. I'm going to need more wood, aren't I? Okay. Well, here, let's buy ourselves some time. So I'm going to sell off a bunch of this stuff right here. I'm carrying around like a giant Dwemer cog. And that seems pretty well good enough to me. Like, we've got enough refined quartz to last for a little while. We can make rings and stuff out of it, I think. Like, if you've got... Oh, we need 10 earth crystals. We don't have that, but you can find rings down in the dungeon, too, and it seems equally as easy. That clears out our inventory space. I needed to bring along some wood. So let's do that. Why is it playing a cymbal hit now? Wasn't it playing a drum beat before? It was hitting a snare, wasn't it? It was like, bop, bop, bop. Like, I'm pretty sure it was hitting a snare before. I don't know. Oh, you can change the sound. Ooh, a little bit of a solo right there. That's how we bring it. I'm going to go see what I need in order to get stuff started and start building myself a coop. Actually, I think I need copper, and I think I needed... We got copper ore. Let's go get some bars, though, just in case. If we have, like, mad bars with this, there's no way this can go wrong. Unless the police pull us over, and then we'd be in a little bit of trouble, but it's okay. It's the future right now. Prohibition's on its way out, baby. We got... Ooh, we got corns over here, too, that can be picked up. Oh, there's a bunch of corn. That's, like, all ready to go. Oh, shnikes. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. So apparently we got a bunch of corn right now, which is badass as hell. Let's take that corn, and I'm going to sell it because I definitely don't need it, and I want to get paid today. Trying to make a little bit more cash for the stash so that I can make a dash on over to the store and be brash with that cash that's inside of my stash. We do it in a flash. I've got more, by the way. I try to choose sensible locations to stop off. Man, I got hella bars. And then I also think I need clay for some of this stuff. I think. I may or may not. Either way, gives our stuff time to cook. I like that one because it's deep. Once you got it deep, you got boom, ba-dang, boom, boom, hey, boom, ba-dang, boom, boom, hey, boom, ba-dang, boom, boom, hey, doop, 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 doop. Yup, that's how we drop it right there. That's how it would get dropped. That's how it would get dropped. Don't argue. Don't argue, Nerd Castle. That's how it would get dropped. That's how it would get dropped. What did I need right there? 20 copper ore? Oh, I used it all up. Cool. Well, I guess I didn't need it that badly. I would like to make a couple more furnaces, though. And we got to go murder some slimes. So we're going to have a pretty busy day in front of us. There's going to be lots of tasks to accomplish. Sometimes I like days where there's lots of tasks to accomplish, and sometimes I hate days where there's lots of tasks to accomplish. Basically, I hate it when there's lots of tasks to be accomplished, but they're not accounted for. The example that I would give is, so like you've got a day, right, and you've got to get things done. That's cool because you can plan ahead for it. But when you're like planning on having a day off, and then all of a sudden the next thing you know, you got to like go into work and do like a whole bunch of stuff. I hate it when that happens. Like unaccounted for stuff is the worst. I would like to construct some farm buildings. So since I need 300 more wood, we need a silo anyways. Where's that silo at? Yeah, build that thing. I'm going to put in the silo in like a sensible location. Like somewhere where it's not going to eat up a ton of space. It seems like I'll need that over there later. That seems cool. Yeah, do it right there, right in that little crook. Right in that little crook. He says he's not a crook, but he totally is. He says he's not a crook, but he totally is. So now what we need to do is we need to kill the slimes. We'll come back and we'll chop wood. That's the next part, is I need to get enough wood. I basically set that up so it would give me a couple days to chop wood while I waited for her to get done with the silo. She'll start tomorrow. It takes a couple of days. She'll be banging around with a hammer for a while. I don't know what her amorous intent is with that hammer, but apparently she has some. We will more than likely find slimes on this floor, and they should be really, really one-shottable. The other thing that we can do while we're in here is actually grab a little bit more copper ore because we have been a tad light on it. A tad light this entire time. We got a little Dougie over there. No slimes, though. May want to go back up to maybe like the 5th floor. Gotta find a spot where I can consistently find slimy fellows to deal with. Well, we've got all day to solve the problem, so whatever. I think I should be solid. Like on stone and on... I mean, I've got a lot of stone around. I don't know if it's a better plan to just kind of like go down a floor and just like travel normally and just hope we run into them. Definitely don't want to deal with you right now, although I will totally take that bomb. Thank you. You could say that that was the bomb, that you dropped that bomb right now. Bob on Battlefield. That's one of my favorite, like if you don't know the song from Bob on Battlefield, I don't know if we could be friends, like... That's like the best song ever. Like you could just play it over and over and over again. You never get tired of it. You never get tired of it. I promise. Go ahead and try. Put it on repeat for like hours. I bet it's on YouTube right now. They'll have like Bob on Battlefield theme, 2-hour loop or something. They'll be like, can you make it? And I'd be like, I'd make it in a heartbeat. I put that shit on all day. That's one of my favorite songs. I get hyped when I hear that come on. Somebody's got to put a dubstep beat to that shit. Or like put a club slapper on it. Like put the trap music version of it. Oh, it'd be so sick. You might have to slow it down though. I don't know. I have to play with it for a little while. I have to play with it. Where is the diamond? Did he just drop a diamond? Holy shit, dude. These Dougies are loaded. I didn't know that part. How come nobody told me Dougies are loaded? I didn't know Dougie's got the money. Huh. That's actually pretty rad. I just picked up a diamond. I bet you can give a diamond to like anybody. They'd be like, damn, you gave me a diamond. You're my bestest friend ever. I just want to hug you all the time. Keep hoping the Dougies will drop a ladder, but then they don't. Ladder? Ladder, where are you? There it is. Got more geodes, so that's a plus. And we got a whole bunch of copper ore. It's kind of cool how you have to go back, though. I like how they force you to go back to, like, the upper parts of the dungeon and play around with stuff. Like, yeah, there are slimes on the other part of the dungeon, but they're inconsistent. They don't come around very often. They're flaky slimes. And I like my slimes to be oh so delicious and gelatinous and nutritious. Because sometimes I eat their slime when nobody's looking. But only when the camera's turned off. Only when the camera is turned off. We need like 100 slime piles, too. So that we can turn them into the Adventurers Guild for, like, some kind of bounty. I think this is our last one. I haven't really been counting, but... No, there's a bug! Oh, it's a dead bug now. I wish they would choose a different font for the damage numbers, too. The Monster Slayer goal is complete. It is? When did I complete that? No! This is why I couldn't be a baseball player. I can't even hit a football-sized bee with a bat. Let alone a monster's head. Yeah, I wish you could change maybe the font numbers for the damage or something. I don't know. Can I break the stone that's on his head? Ah! I can. Little details. Little details, my friends. This one looks a little purpley down here. I was going to say, sometimes the purpley stones drop good stuff. Watch out for the purpley ones. That's all I can tell you. We don't really have much to drop right now, but I like to pass. Did I finish that off? Slay monsters? We done here? We got one more slay. We got to slay one more monster, I bet. Uno mas. The hell was that noise? It sounded like timbers snapping. You definitely don't want to be around when you hear that noise. People die, man. People die. It gets real. Mines are hella scary, especially old mines. I've been in a couple of them, and it's just like, Jesus. Especially they've been there since like the 40s. You'd be terrified to sneeze. Like, please don't sneeze right now. Anything but sneezing. If you sneeze right now, we could all die. And being buried under tons of stone is not among those experiences that I count as being incredibly awesome. Ugh. Hey, it worked. There's a slime. Somebody's sawing outside. Interesting. Have I not killed 8 slimes yet? I feel like I've killed 8 slimes. I feel like I've been going through these little guys. Is that one done yet? Yeah, talk to the wizard. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought we were done. I don't know what he's sawing out there, but it's a little bit surprising. It's all good. I don't really care. Like, I don't even know if it's coming through on the recording. I'll have to go back and listen to it later. You guys might not hear anything. My directional mic actually does pretty well. I've had some mics that I was really disappointed with. I use an AT2020 XLR, in case you were wondering what I use. And I'm happy with it. It's the only mic I've ever had to purchase. I had a Blue Yeti, but I just didn't like it. It picked up too much noise, like a squirrel would fart across the street, and it'd be like, oh, ba-boom, inside the microphone. It was like, no matter how you adjusted the gain, that's how it went down, and it was just kind of one of those things that I couldn't get around. Gilbert! He's got an insect head, not very pleasant to wield, so it's an insect's head on a stick? Huh. You want to maybe, like, I don't know, get rid of that quartz right there, and I'll take it. It looks like it does okay damage, though. It does 10 to 20, 18 to 27 instead, and it gives us a buff to speed. Oh, it's actually like an antlion's head. Okay, I get it now. That's kind of cool. I might try to use that for a little bit and see if it comes out a little bit better. Figured I'd give him a minute to get rid of that saw noise. I don't want to like ruin a recording or anything. I'm sure that now that I've started, it's been like 5 minutes. You should be done now. Most people don't have to saw that much. So I was thinking about it, and like the superior Jedi, like who's the best Jedi choice? Like if you were trying to pick your favorite Jedi, I think I'd have to go with Mace Windu, man. It's something about the violet. It's got to be the purple. It's the great flavored lightsaber, man. That's what ties it all together. After him, it's Qui-Gon Jinn, obviously. If we're allowed to bring Sith in on it, I have to go with Darth Maul, because he was the most badass and he was totally underutilized. Like, Darth Maul was the shit, and it was totally disappointing the way that they did him in, like, the early movies. They should have kept him running. He's way better than Kylo Ren. Like, way, way, way better than Kylo Ren. Marnie wants to put an iron bar under her pillow. Why? I mean, I've got one. I can give it to you. It's not that, I mean, Splat gon' give it to you. I think either Qui-Gon or Mace Windu are the best choice. If we're getting rid of, it's not going to be like Barriss Offee or anybody like that. Not Imagundi. I don't know if that's how you say his name. That's how I say it. I say Imagundi. Or like Luminara Unduli or whatever her name is. Nah. It's all about Mace Windu and then Qui-Gon Jinn. I would put them both like on equal levels, because Qui-Gon Jinn has like the Jesus thing coming, and then if you lost something, he'd be able to find it all the time. And then Mace Windu, he's got a purple lightsaber, which is like the shit. So if you have an opportunity to have a purple lightsaber, why not? I got wood with me. Let's go chop us. No, I can't chop out the trees right now. Can't chop out the trees. Ooh-hoo-hoo. There we go. Put the iron bat. I need to store a bunch of this stuff. I'm going to make a weapons closet in here at some point. I'm going to take that, and it's going to take 50 wood, but it's going to be okay. That's unfortunate that I have done this when I don't have inventory space. Goodbye, coal. I'm sure I have more coal around here somewhere. It'll probably be fine. I need to place another chest. It will be the bestest chest. We will put it in the west because that's not the eastern side. There we go. This will have all of our adventurers crap inside of it. So when we're not farming and we're not doing like other stuff, this will basically just be like adventurers' supplies. And so I'll try to put like bat wings, stuff like that inside of here. Stuff that's useful for other tasks, I guess. I guess stuff that's useful would have been perfectly fine. We got a scythe in there. We got a dagger. We got that. That should allow me to clear out a little bit more space. We got cave carrots in there. I got lots of stuff that I'm just like holding on to too. Torches could probably go in there. Alright. Inventory management with Splattercat. Why not? We've got time. I'm going to need the copper axe, so we can't put that anywhere right now. We'll just relocate a bunch of this stuff. And then, when she gets done building the silo, although frankly it's quite tall, I would call it more of a sci-high, I think we'll be able to sprint back on out. We'll start dropping off some of this stuff at the museum, see if we can't get any further unlocks, but I got to get up to 300 wood today. That's just like what needs to happen. Let me track down some foodses real quickses. And we've got a pretty swell radish. So I'll probably take that. And that actually doesn't look like we have much more. Okay, so I'm just going to have to make this work. But tomorrow we will chop wood. I mean, today we will chop wood too. But tomorrow we will chop much more wood. Perfect. That actually gave us a ton of health back. Like, holy balls, that gave us a lot of... What are the holy balls? Where are they kept? I assume they'd be around some kind of, like, Buddhist monk's neck. Like, I don't know, like the monks of Ivgarad in Diablo 3. Once again, a horribly, terribly utilized. Until Reaper of Souls. Reaper of Souls was decent, but I still couldn't get into it. Not in the same way I got into Diablo 2. Maybe I'm just not built for it anymore. That's what I was forced to, like, maybe admit to myself, is that just, like, maybe Diablo doesn't do anything for me anymore. I don't know, though. I just don't know, because I did get into Path of Exile for a while, and that was only like a year ago. So I think it's just something about that game. It's just something about it. Perfect. The more you can bring, the happier I'll be. We're also clearing out fields out here, so this is going to be really, really swell. Why is being swollen considered to be a good thing? Why they be like, oh, that's swell. That doesn't sound good to me. When something's swollen, I feel like I should go to the doctor. It feels just like we're using the wrong word. So how do I get my tapper? Like, how do I get my tapper here? My tappity tap, that's probably not how it's done. My tappity tap tapper. I don't like need it right now. It's not too big of a deal. Let's use the remainder of our energy and I'll probably call it a day right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcast for the next episode of Stardew Valley. If you haven't, please stop on by the Twitch stream as well. I Twitch stream 3 times a week. 1 day a week it's board games and tabletop, and then the other 2 times a week it's just me playing Stardew Valley or something else that's been going on the channel or something else that's been catching my eye over the course of the week. I would love to see you all there, so if you wanted to check it out, it's just Splattercat Gaming on Twitch TV. I got a link for you down below if you wanted to check it on out. I'll see you on future episodes. This is Stardew Valley. Check out the link. Bye, everybody.